Okay, today is 4th November. November. It is the 54th Development Experience Subgovernance Weekly Zoom call, and we have, I think, 2 points of agenda. So first point is HTTP notification contest results. So we finished the HTTP notification contest, and we got 11 submissions, all of them quite good, most of them quite good. Some submissions, for example, from Everscale, they didn't implement some important parts. For example, Everscale didn't implement acceptance for notifications service to accept post request from queue service. So it's kind of big mistake. Some guys made other mistakes, not so big, not so good. But the problem we have now is that we have 11 submissions and only one jury member voted for the contest, and it is me.
And that's an issue indeed.
Great.
Yeah, and at the moment we have like some kind of unhappy participants that they are saying that we cannot accept results with only one judge. So this is a point that we should discuss. Can we accept the results with only one judge, or we cannot, or what should we do with this?
Well, I think we should ask people if they are ready to wait for the 45 contest to end, to add some new members to the jury, so that we can have a more precise result, I think.
Yeah, but actually I asked people already, and some of them want to wait, and some of them don't want to wait and want to receive their reward. And so it's like there are different opinions.
And we don't have any, like a document where we describe the rules regarding the number of jurors, right?
We have a document of subgovernance, and it says, let me open it. So there are some comment in this document about this, but it's not kind of direct. It's kind of indirect. So I am opening development experience subgovernance and global proposals, and I'm opening this FreeTON experience, FreeTON dev experience governance PDF.
Can you please share it, maybe?
Yeah, one moment. Too many open windows. Where is it?
Hi, everybody. While you are opening, can I
Yeah,
say
please.
a couple of words.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
I think we can prolong the voting because obviously too few jurors have read and too few jurors have voted. So one juror is kind of no quorum at all in any possible way. So if we prolong, just like in DeFi subgovernance, they are regularly prolonging the contests when too few jurors have voted. What do you think?
Actually,
Last contest we didn't prolong last contest because majority was against keep prolongate. It's like not good practice. So last two contests was not prolonged.
Okay, let's we can vote and to know how many people want to prolong and how many won't prolong.
Personally, I don't want to prolong it because I will get all the rewards for the juries.
Very good. I see.
Okay, Sergey, did you want to say something?
actually, yeah, just suggest to rather formal proposal to extend the contest and to let the initial members decide if extended it or not.
For how long do you think we could?
I don't know, but I think that 2 or 3 days should be enough, probably for the people to vote, if they plan to vote at all.
Repeat it?
Do such people exist now who plan to vote for it?
How long do you want to prolong it?
I think that 2 or 3 days would be enough.
2 or 3 days?
2 or 3
Actually,
days, yeah.
Actually, I don't think that 2 or 3 days will be enough because it's kind of a very complex, complicated contest, and I think it's one of the maybe most of the complicated contest in a development experience subgovernance because you should understand the details. You should understand how these several components are interact with each other. And actually, as I understand it now, and I wrote it to the forum, I think qualitative assessment of each work on which each team, sometimes team has several people, and they spend the months of work, and qualitative assessments of such work, for my opinion, requires at least a day of working time. So for 11 submissions, you have to spend all 2 weeks of working time, for example. It's my opinion, because you should go through code, you should go through architecture, you should test it, you should register endpoint, you should a lot of work, and you should make sure that you get post, get, and all other requests. So you should prepare your server. So it's not kind of 1 hour work. Yeah, it's my opinion.
Okay, I see it. And what's your opinion? If the jurors failed to vote just because they didn't have enough time, or they're just too lazy to participate in so the sophisticated contest, and decided to abstain?
I think that maybe like for this contest, we started it some time ago, and for it we used old schema for jury rewards, from which it's not clear how many jurors will take part, and the reward of each jury depends of how many of them will take part. For example, if one jury is voting, it will get 30,000 tons. If 10 jury will vote, each of them will get 3,000 tons. And for example, for 1 or 2 weeks full-time job, it's not enough for me. And because it's not clear from beginning how many of them will take part. Now we have about 12 of them. And maybe most of them just go through, make simple calculations that in the worst case that they will receive 2,000 tons, and they decided that it's not enough, and they didn't even start. This is what I think.
Mhm. Okay, sounds interesting, because for the second round, they can make the same decisions about it.
Ekaterina, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I
Please.
want to add that I had the same situation when I was judging SDK contest. Like it took me literally like 2 weeks, same as yours, like 40 hours to run each. And basically some judges, they spent, I believe, just a couple of hours and received the same amount of reward as I did for 40 hours job. So it's really a problem. Yes.
Yeah.
I think we can try to ping the jurors and ask them whether they are going to test the submissions of HTTP provider contest or not. So we can have some information about who are willing to vote to assess the works. Could we ping them?
Yeah, it's not a problem. I will ping them, but other point, how we will avoid that case that Ekaterina explained it, that, for example, some of them will agree to judge, but how we will make sure that they will judge like correctly and honestly and all the stuff. Anzor, please.
I think it's. Can you hear me well enough? Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that another way to fix this is to state explicitly in the contest requirements that test cases should be easy to launch, and well, the solution should be easy to test, and it shouldn't require like 40 hours to test everything. And it should lay on the shoulders of the contestants to provide the like the best explanations, and well, I guess video explanations, and test cases that are really easy to launch and to understand, because we can't really pay jurors a full-time job salary to test all those things, because it's actually not a full-time job, because it's not like regular. And I think we should just transform the requirements for future contests, or even maybe for this contest, to allow jurors to quickly assess the solutions and to quickly understand what's like how to test it, so it doesn't take that much time. And if it's really easy to understand, if it's well, then jurors will be happy to just observe and vote. And I think it works in other sub-governances. Well, not always, not the best way, but I mean, it's not like jurors in DevEx are not qualified. They're qualified for this, but I guess it really does take a lot of time to test solutions that are not like ready to be easily tested. So it should be like work from both sides, from contestant side and from juror side, to make for a decentralized contest, like to produce good results. And good results is solutions that work, solutions that are easy to implement, to test, and to well, not to implement, not to integrate into other products. That's what we want, right? To create something that that works right after contest, and to do that, we need to make sure that it's easily tested right after the contest, that it doesn't need anything to anything complicated to observe what are the results.
Okay, let me answer you, and then I will give the award for Ekaterina. Actually, we had AMA session for all participants. Actually, for 9 of 11 submissions for this contest, and only AMA sessions with 9 participants. It took 5 hours, 5 hours 30, almost 6 hours actually. So 6 hours is just AMA session when every participant explained what he did, how he did it, like top level ideas, and without any tests and anything. So it's kind of time-consuming job to verify everything, first of all. And then I got your point that we should put some additional requirements for contestant to make testing easy. But from other side, it means we should create a more detailed contest descriptions. It's like a more detailed like specification for the task, for the job, for the result we want to get as a result of the contest. More detailed specifications also requires more detailed preparation for it. And it also should be compromised, because most often we don't want to specify, to make a very detailed specification. We want to keep some space for initiative of the participants and so on. And because we don't have very detailed specification, it's because of this it's difficult to test. So it's kind of compromise every time. Katerina, please.
Yeah, I wanted to say that we had this requirement, and all the participants, they fulfilled it. So basically the requirement was that we had the were able to run tests like with one command. And but you know, like when you have 21 participants and you have to like prepare a local environment for each of them and run tests, and whenever you have some problems, you need to find those participants, contact with them, and communicate with each of them. So it's even like when you give these requirements in your contest description, it will not be that fast to judge it anyway.
Yeah, Anzor.
I have a question. Do we have the jury reward scaled with the amount of participants, not with the amount of winners, but not with the amount of rewards for the winning contestants? But do we have it like, is it scaled with the amount of testing work actually needed to be done, or doesn't? Is it independent?
The answer is no. So it's like a new practice. We started to implement it in the last contest or last 2 contests, but this contest was started in like September, I think. So we didn't use this practice in this particular contest.
So for future contests, it's actually scaled up, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah. let's hope it works.
So what should we do? So let's check for, do we have any other jury members who will be able to evaluate through all submissions? And if we do, then it's a good idea to prolongate this contest, voting for this contest.
Can we add more jurors, like from Ton Labs? I think I can find one.
Yeah, sure, we can.
I will ask them. Okay.
Okay. And about jury contest that started last week or this week on Monday. I don't think that we should wait till the end, because it was idea that wait till we got new juries and then put them to vote for this notification contest. It will take, we need 1 more week to vote for the juries, and they will need 2 more weeks to evaluate. So for this, in this case, we need to prolongate for a month, I think. Do you think it's a good idea? What do you think, guys?
I think that it's definitely too much to extend the contest for 1 month. And I think that the suggestion from Ekaterina is the best, just to attract at least one more juror, and extend the contest for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and possible ping every juror and ask about whether they are going to judge, and maybe they will explain why they didn't try to judge in this contest, and that will bring us more information, because we are discussing of nothing, no facts to discuss, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay, so let's ask them. I have one chat with all juries, so I will ask them, and depending on their responses, I will make a proposal draft, and if we agree that it makes sense, I will put it to the vote. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else about this? No. Okay, let's go to the second part of agenda, online auctions phase 2 contest proposal. So as I can see, Sergey Yegorov made proposal. Actually, I hope everybody went through it. It was a link in the DevEx chat. Actually, I have a couple of questions. Sergey, are you here?
Yeah, sure.
So it is written that an extension of the contest 26 solution provided by its original author.
Actually, I'm not sure what the common practice is here. So I think it's up to you to accept or remove this item. I understand it's very discussable and very doubtful for me. as well. So if you think it's inappropriate, in this case, I think that these slides can be removed.
I mean, from
But for
this
me,
phrase,
yeah, but for me, it sounds logical if the original authors have the right to extend their own submissions and should not expect that anybody else takes them and finish their work. I don't know if it's appropriate or not.
so it means that
For example, it means that say our team sent a submission and originally, and then for example you took our submission and finished it to the production state. I'm not sure if it's appropriate behavior or not. It's a difficult question.
so I shared the screen. This one, see, and so we are talking about common requirements. The solution must be either an extension of the contest provided by its original author or complete this new solution developed from scratch. So from this, it means that I, for example, if I didn't take part in this contest and I want to take part, I cannot take existing solution and improve it and put it.
Actually, yes. Actually, yes. It was my original idea, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not. So let's discuss it.
No,
so
your original idea was to prohibit this.
Yeah.
So what do you think, guys?
Well, I think it's hard anyway to start from a solution you did not develop to try to improve it and make it in production. So the prohibition seems okay, but I'm not sure it's actually gonna be useful anyway.
So you think it would be better to remove these requirements so everybody should take everybody else?
Well, I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think nobody will take something that he didn't develop and try to create it. It would be easier to start from scratch, but maybe I'm wrong. So that's why forbidding it is okay for me.
When you're trying to predict the future, you are always wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
No, as a, for example, if I am a developer and I am taking part in the contest in DevEx and I will see this description, first of all, I will go through existing solution and I will check whether they are good enough to create my own based on them or not. And if they are, I will take one of them and use it as a base.
Yeah, and maybe it's actually a good idea, and you can even modify the code so that it seems completely different, but implements almost the same solution. That could be a good idea.
It's kind of how open license works, right?
Yeah.
Open license, all submissions are open licensed. It means everyone could take any of them and use for their own purposes.
Is there a norm or I mean a specific license for every submission made for the proposals, for the contest? I mean,
any contest require to use open license.
okay, so it's a must. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, so let's remove the slides from the document.
Mhm. Okay, so if anybody has something to tell, to say about this, please. Okay, second question. Also, I read it in the forum, and it was a problem with list numeration. So I have a question, like restrict item for sale. In a document, everything fine. So, okay, I will study it again because I studied in the forum. And also, third question, the jury team will be identified by the contest 46 that ends before the voting starts. So it's a section jury team. I mean, do you mean that jury team will be contain only people who went through or win in a contest 45, which are going right now?
Actually, yeah. I don't insist on it, but it sounds logical. So if by the time of voting we'll have a new set of jury members, in this case, it would be great to use them.
But it's kind of, we have some qualified juries already, and it's obvious they are not doing their duties, but maybe we could ask them why, for the reasons, and maybe we could take some of them.
Okay, so let's reword it somehow. So maybe, well, maybe you're right. Maybe it's a good idea to use the jury from the former contest.
Actually, last week I explained the idea to ask to fix the juries before contest start. So, for example, we could put the list of the jury for the contest, and before this, we should ask every of them: is he going to judge it? Is he going to walk or not? And if he agreed to take part in this contest, why not? If he don't want, it's no problem. But this way, if we ask every jury about his wish, we will see clear picture before contests even start. And so last week, it's looks like a good idea, and the last week I was supported by other guys. So maybe we should use this in this contest.
Okay, so let me extend this line by your ideas. So I've got your point, and I'll extend this line.
Okay, great. So let's make this modification. And anybody else, anything regarding this topic? Online auctions phase 2 contest proposal. Nope. Okay, actually, I want to say thank you for Sergey that he made this good job. It's very. He went through submissions, went through previous contest descriptions, and make it more formal. It's very good, actually. It's very good if we will have such description for every contest that we have in DevEx. I like it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. What else? Third question was Pavel wanted us to start to discuss NFT contest. But actually, we discussed it last week and we agreed to start it. Just we are finishing contest description, adding some comments from Boris to make it more easy for juries. So I think we will finish the description and we could put it to the vote like in the nearest day, today, tomorrow, or on Monday, like at last time. That's all from agenda. Does anybody have anything to discuss? Any ideas, questions?
Actually, yes, I have two small topics to discuss.
Okay.
The first one is about syntax highlighter. I remember last time you promised to set up some kind of informal voting, what to do with this guy that had 2 submissions.
Actually, we started to discuss this with Boris, and then I was absent. Then the later he was absent, so we didn't connect it during the last couple of days. So I will write this again.
Oh, many thanks. And the second minor topic is that we in our formal methods subgovernance would like to set up some kind of certificates for the project that passed our formal verification. And for that, we need some kind of system of smart contracts. And we would like to discuss it with DevEx. If DevEx subgovernance is ready to run the contest for this system of smart contracts and execute it. From our side, we are ready to create all the proposals, etc., etc. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
So from our side, in a couple of days, we'll be ready to send you the initial proposal and we'll be ready to discuss it in details, correct?
Correct. Great.
Oh, great. Many thanks.
Okay.
So other than this, I don't have anything to discuss.
Yeah, one more question. I have been yesterday at the NFT subgovernance call, and there was a hot discussion with Michael Kabanov and other NFT subgovernance members regarding that NFT contest, which we slightly talked just some minutes ago. And the NFT subgovernance is going to vote for that contest too. So I think that the terms of contest was submitted by Michael to a couple of subgovernances, and we have a couple of discussions of that contest in NFT subgovernance. but I didn't see Michael here on call. So we have some obstacles. So we need to somehow decide in which subgovernance that contest should be started.
I'm just curious why Michael is talking about it, because he is not the member of our SubGov.
Not member of DevEx, but the contest which you noticed is going to be run in DevEx.
Yeah, but originally it's the idea of formal methods SubGov, and Michael is not the member of formal.
Maybe you got me wrong. I'm talking about NFT aggregate contest to make.
Sorry. I missed your point. I saw that you are talking about the contest. I was talking about a few minutes ago. Okay, so sorry about that.
No. Alexei, did I miss something? You were talking about NFT certificates contest, which Sergey proposed, or not?
No, I talked about NFT contest for art generative contest.
Yes.
And yeah, Mike think that DevEx subgovernance is best to hold this contest because we have qualified juries who can evaluate smart contracts. So
okay, but nevertheless, he discussed that contest terms in another subgovernance. So let's have a small talk with somebody, including him, to make a decision in which subgovernance that contest should start.
Okay, so to avoid duplicate.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, so I can see two choices. So we can hold it in a DevEx and use our jury resources, or we can hold it in a NFT SubGov and invite our juries. But the problem is when we actually, I do not understand how, well, I understand, but all examples when somebody invites other juries, for me, it's like every contest that I've seen, it's failed. So when main governance invited our juries, the contest was failed and participant was unhappy. When DeFi invited our juries, it was the same. So
do you mean that the external jurors didn't vote?
I mean, they didn't vote or vote incorrectly. And if you invite somebody from other SubGov, you do not have any reasons, any motivations for this jury. For example, if inside our SubGov we have a statistics, which jury voted and how did they vote, and we could exclude them from our list. But if you invite some external juries, you should be responsible for all consequences, and very few, or actually none of other subgovernance want to be responsible. So they are just invited with the hope that everything will go fine, but it will not. Usually we have some problems. We should prolongate, we should invite, we should
yeah, definitely. I agree. We have some problems, and in DevEx, the last contest with one juror voting is a good picture. But I think it's a problem of communication. We need to ping the jurors and make this somehow more open. So they should decide whether they are jurors and they are voting, they are doing their job or work, or they are leaving, and other active members can become jurors, I think.
Yeah, communication is one part of the picture, and motivation is another part of the picture. When we can see the jury is not doing his duty inside our SubGov, we could remove him from the jury list. And
Agree.
so it's like one more plus for motivation. And because of this, the jury member is interested to keep like his profile good, his history good. So because of this, from my point, when jury and contest should be inside one SubGov. So we have somebody who is responsible. We could make some actions before, after. Well, okay, so I will ask Michael about SubGov to avoid duplication of this contest.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Anything else? Any ideas, questions? That's all. So let's make countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, thank you everybody, and
you,
see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.